The question was specifically about Ergo, because the things with tailings are they're at surface. There's a finite amount at surface. There's no kind of upside in terms of what you may discover underground. You know what's sitting there. You know how long it will take to work your way through that. And with Ergo, the grade lowering, you're going to need to put more ore through, and therefore it's going to be more expensive for you. So I appreciate you talking about looking at things like the cost of energy, which is a big problem in South Africa. Cost of being rising for several years now, and the relationship with Eskom and several companies is well documented. But at some point you said this has got a longer life than the 8 years you indicated to me before if you spent enough money on it, right? And I know that's an ongoing process of evaluation. Is that something that you have got an answer for now?
Yes, no, what we are doing obviously is expanding the size of our tailings dam. We need to make sure that we have sufficient capacity in tailings deposition on our tailings deposition dam to continue to treat material at the rate that we need to treat it at in order to maintain production run rate. So a few years into the future compared to where we are now. So in order to maintain throughput rate, in order to make sure that you have the right sort of mix, the right combination of material to maintain a sustainable head grade, there's an ongoing process of opening up new recovery sites and systematic closing down those that are finished. And you go through different cycles. Not all tailings dams are of equal size. And also through different phases of complexity. And the more sites you have, the more complicated or more complex your model is, and the higher your costs. So at the moment, for example, we're treating material from around 7 sites. We have access to 7 sites where we're recovering material from. And that's probably as complicated as it's going to get. As complex rather as it's going to get. Over the next few years, the number of sites where we'll be recovering material from, in accordance with the mine plan, the near future mine plan, will reduce. So instead of mining from 7 sites, we'll be mining from, let's say, 4 sites. They will be higher in volume, but slightly lower in grade. And that's where the offset comes in. So less complexity, fewer sites, which means your per ton costs drop. But then obviously because the grades are slightly lower, your revenue per ton would also adjust. And on the whole, that pretty much gives you I wouldn't call it a flat line, but that's how you maintain sustainability is through the combination of material, the mix of material, and the development of different sites to not have as many moving parts, so to speak. So 3 years from now, we'll have fewer moving parts, slightly lower recovery per ton, but fewer moving parts, which also imply lower cost per ton.